There are 120 positive cases in the Weber County Jail, this out of a total of 565 inmates. ABC4's Jordan Verdadero spoke to an inmate who says he is yet to be tested for the virus.
They haven't tested several sections.
Paris Thornton is a federal inmate booked at Weber County Jail on a petty violation for a probation violation. He says he hasn't been tested yet and fears he will contract COVID-19 due to negligence from jail staff.
People are like, well, you're going to get it anywhere. We're all probably going to get it.
On July 10th, federal public defenders filed a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court against a Weber County sheriff, U.S. Marshal for the District of Utah, and the director of the U.S. Marshal Service.
The county attorney has said that they are reviewing people for early release. We don't know the status of that.
Nobody is really getting rid of anybody. As soon as a body leaves, they're replaced.
The petition asks for nonviolent inmates to be released early and for more health measures in the jail.
We don't feel safe in here because it's not the cleanest place to be, and there is no social distancing.
The petition claims respondents are aware of the grave dangers posed by COVID-19 and have failed to implement measures to comply with their constitutional obligations to those in their custody. When we previously spoke to Joshua Maragoni, the spokesperson for the jail, he said the prison was separating inmates the best it could to prevent further spread of the virus.
The county attorney's office failed to preemptively work to identify people for early release. And as a result, the jail did not have enough space to quarantine people separately.
Maragoni told ABC4 News in a previous interview, any jail setting, social distancing is difficult to do because of the constraints of the building itself and the detention setting. Early releases for nonviolent inmates are something that should have happened before the outbreak at the jail, according to Sarah Wolovic of the ACLU.
The county attorney needs to be working with the jail to identify people for early release, and the jail needs to be working with federal agencies to get federal inmates released early.
Maragoni says the prison isn't taking transfers from the U.S. Marshal Services and not taking out-of-state inmates anymore unless it's on a judge's order.
My fears, in all honesty, is dying in here.
Reporting in Ogden, Jordan Verdadero, ABC4 News.